Right, guys. Week three. We're going to talk about here is a sustainable dieting approach. All right. Now listen, you'd know from week one we got you to track your calories. To see how many we're consuming. Week two then was Project Protein. Week three is about a sustainable approach. You'd notice that I generally haven't handed out a diet plan here, right? The reason that I haven't handed out a diet plan is because I don't believe it's sustainable. I want you to build a diet that's going to be sustainable for you, something that you can see yourself doing 6 months from now, as opposed to doing it for 28 days, firing in the corner, doing it for 6 weeks, and then firing in the corner after, and regressing back to where you want to be, right? What I want to do is I want you to build this diet that is going to work for you. Something that's going to work for you and not for me, right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to look at what protein we've consumed over that. You need to go back through your diary, right? You need to look at, right, listen, you can go back through the last 14 days, the last set, when I go back through the last week. So what 7 to 14 days, check how much, on average, how much protein you require each day, how much of the target you're hitting, right? So if we go into my calculator here, say day one I hit 30% of my protein, right? Day two hit 25, day three hit 40, day four hit 25, day five hit 20, day six hit 35, day seven hit 25 equals, right? So that gives us 200. And then what we're going to do is we're going to divide that by 7, right? It just went over a 7-day period, right? That gives us 28.57, right? Percent, right? So what we want to do here is then, oh, sorry, what we want to do is go out of that, right? Say we'll go 30%, right? Give or take, right? What we're going to do is we're going to go into our goals again. We're going to calories, carbs, protein, fats goals. Then what we're going to do is we're going to adjust our protein target. We're going to go to 30%, okay? Because it was nearly 29% there. I don't like odd numbers, so we'll go to 30% protein, right? And you'll see down the bottom here it says 90%, right? So we need to make up 5% either side here, right, in terms of carbs and protein. So we'll just adjust them to 35%. You adjust your fat to 35 and adjust your carbohydrates to 35. All right. That way it's going to be far more sustainable for you, all right? Because there's no point me telling you to have 40% protein if you're not getting nowhere near. All right. So I've showed you how to set this up before. So you just basically set your protein to 30% now. Whatever your average is over this last 7 days, and you can go back into the week before and check what you're consuming as well and take in that account. All right, you just need to get an average of what you're consuming on a daily basis. That way it's going to be more sustainable for you, right? Set your carbs in slightly above it just to make up the 100, because we're not massively overly concerned about them. Yes, they're good for recovery and stuff, but we're focusing on getting protein. High protein target, a high protein diet would generally give you better results as well. It's going to keep you fuller for longer, as I've already spoken about. It's going to promote muscle growth and help you recover a lot quicker as well. All right, as do other macros as well that will help you do that, but protein is the main one for us here. Okay, then you set that, that's that done, save, back out of it. Taking a wee bit longer. Yep, so I set there. Look, I said set. So I'll go back and show you, right? 30 set. Oh, it didn't set for some reason. Apologies. So go back in here. 35, 35. Click. It's taking a wee time here. Your goal cannot be created. Try again. Please try this. Oh, sorry, it did work. Look. So if you look at the screen, it says 30% protein, 35% fat, 35% carbohydrates. All right, and the calories are still the same. All right, pretty simple. All right, so that's what sustainable dieting is about. It's getting an approach that suits you, not an approach that suits me, an approach that suits you. All right, make sure you're recording everything. You've readjusted your macros to suit your average over the last 7 days, and even going back into the week before, see how much you can have consumed to compare it that way. All right. So yeah, listen, that's it. Any questions, pop them in the group or drop me a message.